absolutely silly, he shows you on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on the football field. A top-5 rivalry, and it's gone final. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Michael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's got it, first down and more. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Then this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They want to run this quarterback. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on second down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Got his man on the right. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Ortega. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown Sooners.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. He'll throw it. It's complete on the right side. Still on his feet at the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. You just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
That was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Ortega. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time. Being in position, making sure that thing fell complete.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More space on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Right on the money. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points. Goes to the end zone, and the ball's out. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Great job by this defense, not getting down, not quitting. They gave up some yards. The offense got in the red zone, but the most important part of the field, they came up big, forced the fumble, and get the touchdown.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
Turning it on. Inside the 30. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. Mississippi State right back to the line. Now on the move. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Made a defender miss. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Harper. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Hauls it in. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. Mississippi State going up tempo. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. Got enough for the first down. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. Man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Using his feet. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Ortega. Quick completion on the out route. At the 35, he's open. just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead. You've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sooners racing to the line in a hurry-up. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's caught! Touchdown, Sooners! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's going for the big play. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
That's caught. It's Harper. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
The defense is going to need one more stop. This is the game right now. You just got one on that last run play, setting up 4th down. Do you bring pressure? What are we doing defensively here to make sure that we can get off the field and win this game?
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. You were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Ortega. Finds his man in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all three phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive and advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Ortega. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
57, Mississippi State, 28.
He'll bring it out. It's Harper. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Breaks into the open. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.